So Anup, I have informed about your problem. I think you told me, right? I think same problem happened with Rishit also. That without attending the test, it was showing some zero in the maths.
Yes.
So I've informed them and they are checking it. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, class. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am.
Great, great.
Thank you.
She a new student.
Yeah, she is a new student. Rishit and Anup, kindly turn on your video as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So last year, what we are doing right now, we are going to start with the chapter separation of substances, and I'm just going to revise that chapter. After that, we will be doing the foundation.
I have a doubt in yesterday's test.
Which question number, Rishit?
1 second, ma'am. I'll open it.
I'll also open. Just tell me the question number.
Mom, but without starting only we gave the test.
No, I think Anup, you have attended the science test. The maths
Yes.
test only the problem.
Yes.
Okay, Rishit, you just find out. Let me talk with Lasya, okay? Okay, so I'll be just revising the chapter separation of substances today, and then we will be solving the Olympiad question level 1, level 2, and then we will be doing the subjective question. All right. So till now we are completed with the chapter sorting the materials. We are done with the chapter garbage in, garbage out. We are done with the chapter air. So if you have any chapter where you are finding out difficulty, just do let me know, okay? So I can just reach out personally to you and we can have the clarification for the same.
Sure, ma'am.
Great. Rishit, have you got your problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, question number?
Third question.
Just let me open the question number 3rd. Yes. How will you separate husk or dust particle from a given sample of pulses before cooking?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay. Yeah, it can be actually sieving also. It can be the hand picking also. Dust particles cannot be separated, right? Dust particle cannot be separated with the help of that. So here the answer marked is wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, we'll correct it.
Ma'am, that's what I got doubt that hand.
No,
Dust particles
no, dust particles we cannot segregate dust particle with the help of the hand.
It can be done by winnowing or sieving.
Yes, with the sieving we can do. With the help of winnowing we can.
Ma'am, but
Okay, Adrit.
winnowing is not mostly done, ma'am. Sieving is done.
Yes, winnowing is basically for the grains and all. We can use it.
We need
Adrit.
we need wind.
Yes. Adrit, turn on the video. Anup, turn on the video. Okay, Adrit, have you enjoyed your vacations?
Yes, ma'am.
Mom,
How was
actually my
it?
video is on, but like I went to the.
It was good.
Okay, great, great. So now back to your home. Okay. Okay, children. Now we'll be starting with the chapter separation of substances, and this week Sunday we are going to have the subjective test of chapter separation of substances. All right. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the different methods, how we can separate the different kinds of the material, the heavy material, the light material, the liquids, the solids, how we can separate them with the help of the different ways. So all those things we will be learning in this chapter. I'll share my screen.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ashwath. How are you? Good. Okay. So we'll start this chapter. Name of the chapter: separation of substances. So in this chapter, we'll be learning so many things. So here you can see few of the pictures. Okay. Here you can see so many pictures. What this girl is doing, what this lady is doing. Yes, Adrit, Rishit, Lasya.
Yes, ma'am.
What they are doing, what she is doing in this picture.
Now we cannot see it clearly.
I can see it clearly.
Ma'am, like,
Okay, I'll little zoom it. Now you
yes.
can tell me.
Is it Russian?
No, I'm just asking you what she is doing in the picture.
Ma'am, she is
Ma'am.
pouring something in a pot.
Lasya, do you have any idea what she is doing in the picture?
Ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
is she doing churning?
Ah, very good. Kind of churning actually she is doing so that she can separate the milk. No, not she can separate the ghee from that particular, the milk content and all. That what
Yes,
she is
ma'am.
doing.
Ma'am,
Very good, Lasya.
in a pot she took some curd or was it milk, I think so.
Not the milk actually, not the milk. The layer of the milk she has collected and now she is churning.
Yes, sir.
She is doing the churning process so that she can segregate the ghee out of it. So, is your mother, she is doing this process at home?
Yes, ma'am.
With the same thing she is doing, she is using this way?
No, ma'am, she's using like a mixer grinder.
Yeah, very good. She might be using the hand blender.
Yes, ma'am.
So with the help of the hand blender, with the help of the mixer grinder, they are doing it. This is actually the olden times we used to follow, but it was
Yes.
like a time taking process, and that is the reason now it is not being used much. But yes, still in the villages, the women they are using the same way. Okay, now tell me in the second picture what she is doing. Winnowing, right? So she is doing the winnowing process. With the help of that, the dust particles getting separated from the grains. Okay, and now this picture, what it denotes?
Sieving.
It is sieving.
Ma'am, hand picking.
Hand picking, right? This is a hand picking.
Mammy, he was holding a sieve.
No, this is not sieve. It is a plate.
Oh, plate.
Okay, now what is this?
Motorcycle.
Condensation.
Ma'am, evaporation.
Condensation, evaporation. Is it only one or it is both?
Ma'am, both, ma'am.
How both is happening?
Ma'am, only condensation.
How both is happening, Rishit?
Ma'am, because in the jug there are some water, right? So the fire from the down converts it into water vapor.
Very good, Rishit. Actually, both the processes are happening together.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is happening because of this flame, the water is boiling up. It is going out in the form of the vapor, and the same vapors are used again to condense it again to change into the water. So that is why both the processes are happening, condensation as well as the evaporation.
Yes.
So these all methods, and apart from this, few more methods we are going to discuss in this today's class. So in our daily life, there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of material. So we know, I think someone is on unmute. Kindly mute yourself because some voice is coming to me. Still, I think some voice. Okay, now it's fine. So in our daily life also, I think almost every time we are doing some or the other kind of separation in our home. You might have seen like when your mother, she makes a chapati. What she do? She basically sieve the flour, wheat flour, she will be sieving. So that is also kind of separation method. Then while making the tea also, what we are doing? We are doing the
I drank
filtration
this.
process. Yeah, yes, I too drank it. And for separating the rice, what we are doing? We are eating it.
Ma'am, we are winnowing process.
Rishit, we are not eating the rice.
We are eating, ma'am, but before it.
Yes. So before eating the rice, we are what doing? We are removing the dust by washing it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So tea leaves are separated from the liquid with the help of the strainer
Yeah.
while preparing the tea. So this is called as a strainer. So in, I think in Hindi it is called as channi, and English it is called as the strainer. So with the help of this strainer, what happens? All the tea leaves will be collected in this, and we can easily get only the liquid out of it.
Yes, ma'am. Filtration.
Then, yeah, filtrate will be left out. Then grains are separated from stalks while harvesting. Milk or curd is churned to separate the butter. So as I told you in the process, and as Lasse also has mentioned the churning process, so they will be turning into the butter or they will be turning into the ghee. So perhaps you might have eaten salted dalia or poha. If you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out. So sometimes it happens, right, with us.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you all might be agreeing to this. When your mother, she makes maybe your favorite food, maybe if I talk about Maggie. So if I talk about Maggie, how many of you like Maggie? Who said Rishit? Okay, Rishit likes it. Adrit like it. No, not Anu.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I do.
Okay. You last year, what about you?
Ma'am, me too.
Okay, I too. So we all love Maggie, right? Now in Maggie, if your mother she adds lot of chilies, lot of vegetable, what do we do?
Ma'am, I remove chilies and I eat vegetables.
And I just remove the vegetable itself.
Mama,
I don't like actually the capsicum. So if
Yes, ma'am.
I cook by myself actually. So what happened? I have to add it because of my husband. I need to add it, right? So after preparing, what I'll be doing, I'll be just finding out those capsicum, those green chilies. I will be segregating with the help of the spoon and or maybe with the help of the hand, and then I'll eat it. So because when we eat the unlike kind of things and all, what happens? We
It
will
is
not be
vomiting.
feel. No, we don't get vomiting by eating the unlike things. So chili will not be giving you vomiting, right? So it is just like we'll not be feeling good. We will not be feeling satisfied. Just one minute.
Ma'am, I separate fried onions from biryani.
Great. So some of the other thing, maybe not. Maybe in the milk also, if your mother they add lot of almonds, lot of cashews and all, what do we do? Or in halwa, they add all those what to say almonds or the cashew. What we do?
Ma'am,
First we will eat halwa, or we will eat then later on we will be eating those almonds and the cashews, right?
yes, sir.
Or are we eating together both the things? No, we are not doing it. We are still small, and what we are doing? First, we will be eating only those cashews and those almonds, and then later we will be eating the halwa,
Yes, sir.
right? So these are the actually basic things we are doing in our day-to-day life, and that is what we are studying here.
Yes.
So suppose you are given a basket containing different types of fruits and asked to separate them. What would you do? So basically, with the help of the hand, you will be
Ma'am,
segregating them. Yeah.
and they told to separate. No, ma'am, I'll separate.
Yes, everybody can separate by looking into the fruits, by looking the colors of it, right? So by using the hand picking method, we can segregate them. So pick out one kind and place them in a separate container. Seems easy, but what if the material we want to separate are much smaller than mango or guava? So sometimes what happens, the size of some of the materials are very small. So we cannot segregate them with the help of the hand. For them, we need to use the different ways. Now here we have very important question. Why do we separate substances? So why it is important for us to separate those substances? So first reason, to separate two different but useful substances. So sometimes what happens, we will have two different substances in one useful substances. So that is what we will be doing.
Sure.
Yeah, Rishit?
Ma'am, if we separate anything from mixture, it will be like two useful substances.
Right. Then to remove non-useful components, sometimes what happens, we do not require any component, so we need to remove them. So that is why we need to segregate them. Then to remove impurities or harmful substances. So some like rice, if I talk about rice, in the rice we have the dust. So those are impure or harmful for us. That is why we need to remove them. So these are the three ways for which we need to segregate the substances. Now these are the methods of separation: hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation, and condensation. So these are the different methods depending on the solid particles or liquid particles, or depending on their weight, we are going to study now. Now, first method is the hand picking. This method is used to separate slightly large size impurities like stone. So you might have seen in the dal or in the pulses. So before making the dal, what the mother they will be doing, she will be taking all the dal in one plate, and she will be removing the stones. So those kind of things can be segregated by the hand itself, and that is why it is called as the hand picking. So hand picking is basically for the large size impurities. And husk from the rice or wheat by using the hand. Sometimes what happen if we have the wheat seed at home, with the help of the hand also we are segregating. But this is possible. This husk from the rice or wheat is possible when the amount is less.
Yes.
So always we cannot use the hand picking for this removing of the husk, because if the amount of rice or if the amount of wheat is very much, then we cannot use the hand, because it will take more of time,
Yes.
and it is not useful then in that case. So that is why we will be following the winnowing process there.
Ma'am, smart work.
Yeah, Rishit. Yeah, smart work rather than a hard work. We should do the
Smart work.
smart work, right? So this method of hand picking can be used for separating slightly larger size purities like the pieces of dirt, stones, and husk from wheat, rice, or pulses. The quantity of such impurities are usually not very large. So why we are doing this hand picking? Because in this kind of materials, the impurities are not present in high amount. In such situations, we find that hand picking is a convenient method of separating substances. So since the impurities are present in less amount, so that is why we are using this method. One may, now threshing, the next one is the threshing. One may pluck mangoes or guavas from the trees, but grain seeds are much smaller than mangoes or guavas. So the seeds of the grains are very small as compared to the mango and the guava. So plucking them from their stalk would not be possible. So if we try to, take out those grains from them, it is not possible at all. So whole day, whole night, we have to sit and we have to just do this process, right? So to remove all those things, to remove from the stalk, what do we know? We do the threshing process. So threshing is a process that is used to separate grain from the stalk. So basically we will have like this. We will have a stalk like this. And here on the top, what do we have like this? The grains will be present. So if we want to remove them, then the whole stalk, like I think you can see in this picture also. You can see in this picture. So what they are doing, they have taken the stalk in the hand. The bunch of
Yes,
stalk
ma'am.
they have taken in the hand,
And they are beating
and then
it to
beating it.
yes.
They are beating it to the hard object, or maybe a kind of drum-like structure, or maybe the hard stone and all, so that whatever the grain seeds are present, they will just come out of it. So
Ma'am,
this is the easiest way. Otherwise, if we keep on sitting and doing this, then it will not be feasible for us to do it. Yes, Rishit?
I'm feeling so pity on that stalk, ma'am.
Oh my God. Don't be.
Ma'am, I
So,
heard out, ma'am.
yeah.
I mean, villages like some people who wash the clothes, like they hit the clothes on a rock, right?
Yes,
Does it
yes,
come
right.
under threshing?
No, it does not come under threshing.
Yeah.
They are not removing anything. They are just beating it so as to make it clean. That's it. Nothing
Yes,
much.
sir.
So in threshing process, the stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. Sometimes threshing is done with the help of the bullocks. So in the olden times it used to happen, but nowadays what do we have? We have the
Machine.
machines for the threshing process. Now, if we have the machine, what happens? The labor requirement has become less, right? The people are not getting job. The people has become jobless because of this. Because those people who used to do the threshing, now their place has been taken by the machine. So machine is doing it automatically. Why would be they paying every month to some other person, right? So,
Ma'am,
but at the same time, it is time consuming, time saving also.
yes.
Yeah, Rishit.
I mean, some people install these threshing machines in their tractors.
Yes, yes. It is there in the tractors only.
Yes.
So basically, if it is alone, then it does not work properly. And if it is like with the tractor, they can move it easily anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Now, the next process is winnowing. So their method of separating heavier and lighter components of a mixture by the wind or by blowing air is called as a winnowing. So in this, what happened? One mixture is one material will be heavier and the one material will be lighter, and those both will be separated with the help of the wind. This method is commonly used by farmers to separate lighter husk particle from the heavier seed of grain. So what they will be doing? They will be separating the lighter husk particles from the seeds. The husk particles are carried away by the wind, as you can see in this picture. So this lady, what she is doing, she is standing and just winnowing. She is sieving basically, and with the help of the wind, the dust particles are moving out, and the grain she is collecting here on the mat kind of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
The seeds of grain get separated and form a heap near the platform for winnowing. The separated husk is used for many purposes, such as the fodder for cattle. So this husk, whatever is removed, they will be used for the cattle as the food. So it does not go waste. So they can use for giving it to the cows, buffaloes for the food as their food. Next process, sieving.
Ma'am?
In our home, yeah.
Ma'am, in our home, my mom will take a plate like thing and she'll put some rice grains and she'll do like this.
Yes, that is winnowing basically.
Yes, sir.
So
Ma'am, but
sometimes we have.
my mom does this, but my grandmother does this winnowing and sieving at the time. On a sieve, she'll take some rice, uh, something she'll take. I
No,
forgot
what
the name.
something she'll take.
Uh,
Something might be a name should be there, right? What something? What is something
Ma'am,
here?
some grains. Yeah, in that sieve,
What kind
she'll
of
take.
grains? Is it rice? Is it rice,
Ah,
Rishit?
ah.
She's also eating the kacha rice.
I don't know the name of the grain.
Okay, no problem. You just find out from your grandmother
Yes.
what actually she is, sieving or she is winnowing. But everybody at home, we are doing it either the sieving, either the winnowing. Yes, those people who are working as like working women or maybe working men also. So they do not have the time, so they just get the ready-made one with a good quality, wherein they do not have any kind of dust particles and
Yes.
other things. So do you think so? They are like fine. If I go to the mall, I think you all have visited the mall, right? So there you will be getting all those, pulses in the packet. So those pulses can you used as such without washing?
No,
No.
No.
Why? No.
and because
No, why can't we use it without washing? Why we have to wash it actually? Why we need to wash the pulses?
and because the dust particles, while they pour it in the packet, they might mix with the grain.
So what is the difference then going to the mall and getting it rather than you can just get it from the normal shop as well, right?
Ma'am, because if you go to mall, food court will be all games will be there.
Oh my God, Rishit is going to the mall only for the food court and for the games, right?
Yes.
Oh, what about last year? So last year, why it is needed to actually, why we are getting it from the mall rather than getting it from the shopkeeper, normal shopkeeper? Is there any difference between both?
Ma'am?
Is there any difference between both? Getting those pulses from the normal shopkeeper and getting those pulses from the mall. What difference is there between both?
Ma'am, I got an answer. Can I?
No, Lasa will be giving me the answer.
Ma'am, no difference, ma'am.
No difference, right? No
Cost
difference.
is difference.
Yeah.
Cost is
So
different.
which is more costlier?
Mall.
Then why we are going there and purchasing it from there?
KFC.
Some are thinking that it is quality.
Ah, very good. Actually, what happened basically, she has pointed out the correct point. So, why we are preferring going to the mall rather than going to the normal shopkeepers? Because in the normal shopkeepers, like when we go to the normal shops and all, what do they do? They will be adding, extra kind of the stones, small stones. They will be adding so as to increase the weight of the pulses, right? At the same time, in the mall, though the amount will be little high, but they will be giving you the good quality. And that is the reason we are, everybody is running there. Not for the movie, not for the game, and not for the food. Right, Rishit?
Yes, sir.
But Rishit, don't worry, I'm like you only. I'm going to the mall just for this only. So I think everybody knows next week we are going to Rishit's home. Right, Ashwath, Anoop, Adrit, Lasya. We all
Ma'am,
are
next
going to
week,
Rishit's
ma'am,
home.
next week I'll not be in my home, ma'am. I'll be in mall.
That is why we are coming to your home, because you are not at your home.
Bye.
Okay. So coming back. Okay. So sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. We need to remove impurities and bran that may be present in it. Why do we do? So we use a sieve and pour the flour into it. This method of separation of different size particle of solid mixture is called as the sieving. So this process is called as the sieving. So sieving will allow the fine flour particle to pass through the whole of the sieve, while the bigger impurities will remain on the sieve. So actually we have the different size of the sieve. So in some of the sieve, the holes will be little small. Some of the sieve, the holes will be little big. So depending upon the material which we want to sieve, accordingly, we need to get the sieve. So in a flour meal, impurities like husk and stones are removed from wheat before grinding it. Usually, a bagful of wheat is poured on a slanting sieve. The sieving removes pieces of stones, stalk, and husk after made still with wheat after threshing and winnowing. So sieving can be done after threshing and winnowing also. Sometimes may not be possible to separate components of a mixture by winnowing and hand picking. For example, there may be lighter impurities like dust or soil particle in rice or pulses. Now, how these impurities will be separated? Yes,
Ma'am.
Rishit.
Ma'am, and while in construction places, ma'am, many people separate stones from soil, ma'am. Like,
Not soil, it is called as cement.
yes, sir.
Right? It is called as a cement. Yeah.
Ma'am, I bought a sieve, ma'am.
Wow. Great. Wait. Wow. Great. So you should have got that winnowing thing also and threshing machine also.
Ma'am, my mom will beat me.
Okay. So that, yeah, you can show it again. So that is actually we called as the sieve. Show it, Rishit. So this is called as a sieve. So with the help of this sieve, what we will be doing? Okay. How many of you know how to make chapati? Others, do you know how to make it?
I know, ma'am, how to make it chapati.
Oh, great. Anoop knows it. Okay. So
Ma'am,
one
I
day
know.
one day, or maybe today or maybe tomorrow, any day whenever you are free, you can just make a small video while preparing the chapati. Okay. I just want to see how will you look like and whether your chapatis are round or whether they are the map of India.
Ma'am, I learned making chapati from my friends, ma'am.
So that's what I'm telling you.
On
Make
my
a
birthday,
video on that. Make a video on that so that I can see whether you are making, whether your parents are making, and whether it is India map or Pakistan map.
ma'am, like on my birthday, everyone makes me chapati, ma'am, using birthday bombs.
Oh, not that chapati. I'm talking about the rolling chapati.
Yes, ma'am. And that's why I'll not go to school on my birthday.
That is not the reason actually. You want to save your money. That is the reason you are not going, right?
Chocolates.
Yes. Saving all the amount or saving all the money, Rishit.
Yes,
Learn
ma'am.
something from Ashwath. He is not saving at all.
Ma'am, you said that we have to do chapati now, ma'am. Which
Yeah.
time we have means I'm saying that when we have to send the video, ma'am.
Today you can send me.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Okay. So do you know how to knead actually?
Ma'am?
Do you know how to knead actually? Kneading the wheat flour kneading. So for making the chapati, you will be getting right the wheat flour,
Rolling,
right?
you're saying, ma'am?
Not rolling. Rolling is like this. Kneading is basically making a dough, right?
I can't understand, ma'am. Sorry.
Ma'am,
How you make
ma'am,
the
shall I
chapati?
show? Ma'am, shall I show?
Show.
We'll take that and we'll do like this. After that,
Okay, let me explain. So okay, don't listen to Rishit. He is explaining anything. So while making the chapati, before making the chapati, what we are doing, we are taking the wheat flour, right? Wheat flour we are taking, and then we are adding a little amount of water into it, and then we are doing like this kneading. This is called as kneading. Your mother might be doing it, Lasya.
No, ma'am. We always buy from market.
So how do you make chapati? From what kind of thing you make chapati?
Mm,
we flow.
ma'am, with
You
that, make it, ma'am.
with the atta, right? With the atta, with the wheat, right? So you will have the balls.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you get those balls?
We
Ah,
get it if we make it.
How do you get it those balls?
through wearing the little amount of oil.
That is called as actually kneading. So taking the wheat flour, mixing little amount of oil and then water also, and then like this kneading. So this is called as kneading. And then you will be getting a dough, a round dough, and then with the help of that small balls, you are just breaking it
Yes.
and then doing this rolling.
Again.
Ma'am,
Okay, so Lasa is going to send me the video. Rishit, do you know how to make chapati? But I can't eat his chapati.
ma'am,
Right, Ashwat? Yes, Rishit.
ma'am, I know how to make, but I'll not make. Because if I go to kitchen, if I do any small sound, my mom will ask, "What are you doing?"
Not only you, it's still with us also same thing happens, right? All the mothers will be like this. So just for everybody. Anup, do you know how to make chapati?
Ma'am, I know.
You know?
Learn from Anup.
Great. So I think Anup will be today making chapati for all of us. One chapati for me, one for Lasya, one for Ashwat, one for Adrit, one for
Anup,
Rishit.
Anup,
And
send
if
it in
something is
post.
remaining, then Anup, you can have one for yourself also.
Ma'am, but I can't send it to you. Ma'am.
In the form of video, you send it. I'll eat it.
Okay. Ma'am. Okay.
But
mean,
you should do it.
Hyderabad
I have to see your face actually while making.
Anup,
It should not be some others.
I'm in Hyderabad, no problem, send in post.
Oh, I am not in Hyderabad, but then you have to post in Delhi, right?
You just correct, ma'am, that you're in Delhi.
Either you should ask some certain relatives who send in my home. But
I
till
don't.
then, those chapatis will get spoiled, and I can't eat those spoiled
Ma'am,
chapatis.
I'm also in Hyderabad, ma'am. How can I send, ma'am, to you?
Through the video.
Okay, then okay.
Internet,
Okay. Yes. Okay.
technology, ma'am.
Correct. So we are very advanced.
Ma'am, I will send you a screenshot of chapati.
No, I don't need it. I need you making the chapati. I don't need the screenshot. I can't eat the screenshot. Okay. Coming to the next one, sedimentation and
Ma'am, then you
decantation.
can't eat in video also, right?
But at least I can feel happy that my
Yes,
children are
ma'am,
making
ma'am,
something
can
for
see.
me. Right?
Ma'am, send it in group, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll send it. Actually, when the children they are doing something for the teachers feel so happy. And for me, especially, I'm a kind of person who feels really happy when my children do something. So okay, coming back to this sedimentation, when the heavier component in the mixture settles after water is added to in it. Sometimes you might have seen like some heavier particles when you add them into the water, they will be settling down and the water will be coming up. So this process where heavier particles settle down and water comes up, that is called as sedimentation. And basically when the water along with the dust is removed from the process is called as decantation. So what we can do with the help of this process sedimentation, after the sedimentation we can just remove the water and the heavier particles from each other, and this is called as decantation, when we remove both the particles from them. the same principle is used for separating a mixture of two liquids that do not mix. So when we talk about water and oil, they do not mix with each other. For that process also, what we can do, we can follow this decantation and sedimentation
Ma'am,
process.
ma'am, oil
Yeah.
is insoluble.
Soil is insoluble or immiscible. So for example, oil and water from their mixture can be separated by this process. If a mixture of such liquids is allowed to stand for some time, they form separate layer. So you might have seen at home. So if you take any container, you try to mix both the soil, both the water as well as the oil. But how much ever you try, though, both the things will not get mixed together. After some time, a layer of water and the layer of the oil will get segregated. And after that, filtration. Sometimes water supplied through taps may be muddy. The water collected from ponds or rivers may also be muddy, especially after rains.
Yes,
Let
ma'am.
us see if we can. And now this method, actually, before we used to follow filtration method for filtering the water. Nowadays in our home we have RO,
Yes, ma'am.
right? With the help of the RO, we are getting the clean and purified water.
Ma'am,
So we are not you doing this,
ma'am, in ads it will come, ma'am, RO plus UV water purifier.
right? So if the water is still muddy, impurities can be separated by a filter that has even small pores. A filter paper is one such filter that will have very fine pores in it, shows the steps involved in using a filter paper. A filter paper folded in the form of cone is used into the funnel. So basically, we will have like this a filter paper where we will be just pouring the water and the water will come down, and whatever the impurities or dust particles are there, they will be on the filter paper itself. So we can remove them. The next one, evaporation. Add 2 spoons of salt water in a beaker and stir it well. Do you see any change in the color of water? Can you see any salt in the beaker? So will you able to see the salt in the water after mixing it?
No,
No,
ma'am.
No, we cannot see.
ma'am, actually we can see for 1 second.
Right. So heat the beaker containing the salt water. So now the same beaker, if you heat it, what happens?
Can you repeat again?
If the same beaker, you have a beaker, in the beaker you have the water and you have the salt. And now if you are heating this together, what happens?
Ma'am, we will die.
Why you will die? In the beaker
Ma'am.
you have water and the salt.
Ma'am, it will remain as water only.
All the water will get boiled and what will remain? Only the white color, right? The white
Yes,
color
ma'am.
salt will be remaining.
Ma'am, I was telling the answer when I was mute.
Right. And because of that, I told your answer, Rishit, because I knew you will be telling the answer.
Ma'am, I
Yeah.
don't know the name of this salt also.
This is strainer.
Strainer, yes, ma'am.
You are in the kitchen, Rishit, preparing chapati for me?
No, ma'am.
Because
Yes.
everything you have on your bed only.
No, ma'am.
Are you sleeping with all these things?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what is left in the beaker? In this activity, we use the process of evaporation to separate the mixture of our water and the salt. So evaporation is a process in which liquids get converted into vapor, and it is used to separate solid dissolved in a liquid. So this is what condensation is. It's the same process we have discussed in the above slides. So when the steam comes in contact with the metal plate cooled with ice, it condenses and forms liquid water. The water drops that you observe falling from the plate were due to condensation of steam. The process of conversion of water vapor into liquid is called as condensation. So basically, again, you are getting the water from the water vapor. That process is called as the condensation. Now, sometimes what happens, we use more than one method for doing all this separation. So often, one method is not sufficient to separate substances. In such situation, what do we need to do? We need to separate the mixture by using more than one method.
Yes, ma'am.
Like sand and salt mixture can be separated by using decantation, filtration, evaporation, condensation method.
Yes, ma'am.
So can water dissolve any amount of substances? So we found that many substances dissolve in water and forms a solution. So whatever things we mix in water or whatever things which get mixed in water, that is called a solution. So
Ma'am?
we say, yeah.
Ma'am, anything that mixes in water is called solution, or it's if it mixes in water, then a solution forms.
If it gets mixed with water,
Yes, sir.
like if you have water, you have then you
Salt.
are mixing salt. If both get mixed together, then it is solution. Then
Yes.
water you have, then you are mixing sugar. Again, they get mixed together, so they are
Yes.
solution. But you are taking water and then you are adding sand. It does not get mixes together,
Yes,
right? So it is not the solution.
Yes.
So what will happen if we go on adding more and more amount of this substances to a fixed quantity of water?
Ma'am,
So add
nothing.
So add 1 teaspoonful of salt and stir it well until the salt dissolves completely. Again, add a teaspoon of salt and stir well. Go on adding salt 1 teaspoon at a time and stir. After adding a few teaspoons of salt, do you find that some salt remain undissolved and settle?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if this
So
happens,
now
the
what
solution
happens?
is
What they are
called
saying in this?
saturated solution.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I remember that.
So now what happens basically? In very simple language, I'll tell you. Uh, they are saying if we have a container. In the container, I have this much of water. Okay, I have added only this much of water. Now in this much of water, I'm adding 2 spoonful of the salt and I'm mixing it. It get mixed well. Okay. Now after some time again, I'm adding 2 more spoon of salt. It will get mixed. After again some time I'm adding more. Then again I am adding more. Again I'm adding more. I am not increasing the amount of water, but I'm increasing the amount of salt. So after 4 or 5 times of adding the salt, will it get mixed then?
No, ma'am.
No. So it becomes saturated. Fine. So the point at which the solution does not get it, we do not get the solution, or the solute does not get mixed. That is called as the saturated solution. Now further, we cannot mix anything to it. So you keep on adding, it does not get mixed. So that is why we have to know, we should know actually for how much of water, how much of thing we should have, how much of sugar we should add, how much of salt we should add to make it solution. Otherwise, it is like waste.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, on a Sundays when I feel bored, I make a saturated solution of water and sugar and I drink it.
Oh my God. You don't have any other thing, Rishi, to do it? You know how much harmful sugar is, you know?
Ma'am, after that, I'll take medicine now if I got cough.
Very good. So do one thing. Next time you will just feel the same thing, na? You get bored, then in the water you add salt now and drink it.
Ma'am, I'll add sugar, salt and cough syrup also.
Don't do that, Rishi. It is harmful.
It is poison.
It is very, very harmful. It is very, very harmful. Don't
Yes,
do all
ma'am,
those
I
things
did.
because sugar is, you know, sugar, when you eat sugar at this age, your age is very small, right? When you grow up little, it will start, you know, creating a lot of diseases in your body. So don't create problem for yourself. Okay.
Ma'am,
That's why I'll not drink daily, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Only after 4-5 weeks.
But those after 4 5 weeks, whatever you are doing, you are, you know, making your 1 month quota completely, right?
That's why that whole month I'll not eat sugar only.
In the tea, in the milk, no sweets and all.
No, ma'am, in milk I'll put honey.
Great. I can tell you, Rishit is very different.
yes, ma'am. He will
Rishit is
eat
very
raw
different.
rice.
He will eat raw rice. He will eat raw Maggie.
Yes, ma'am.
He
I
will eat
think
everything. See, now he's eating the strainer also.
Mom, even I don't eat raw Maggie.
Eat strainer.
yes, ma'am. We can eat raw Maggi.
Mom, it's good, mom. Raw
Raw Maggie
Maggie.
does not taste anything in raw Maggie.
That's what we like, ma'am.
Mom,
That-
Better, I think
water.
it's better to eat the soil then.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
At least some taste will be there in the raw soil.
Ma'am, many people say to drink water now, but it do not have any taste. But then Maggie also do not have any taste. So we
But it
can
helps in your digestion, Rishit.
Mom, but Mama gives a feel.
It gives us
Mama,
Different feel.
great. I have such wonderful kids here in the classroom.
We will eat the
Ma'am.
cake batter, not the cake, cooked cake.
Yeah, right. You will eat only the uncooked things, not the cooked things.
We will add
Mama eat both. Mama
chocolate.
eat
So
both.
I think in this classroom, I am normal, Adrit is normal, Ashwath is normal, Lasya is normal. These two children, Anoop and Rishit, they are not normal. They are
Ma'am, we are
You know,
abnormal now.
not abnormal. You are like very different. Eating only raw, not the cooked ones. But I like only raw. I like only cooked chapati. So don't send me only cooked chapati, not the raw chapati. Okay? Yeah, Lasya.
Mama, I do eat that. Mama, I do eat that.
Yak, I don't like to eat it, ma'am. First.
I too.
Chapati.
I don't know how.
Mama tastes.
Ma'am,
Oh.
with that chapati dough, ma'am, me and my cousin will make noodles.
Great, Rishit. Our program is cancelled. We are not going to come to your home. You enjoy yourself by eating raw
Ma'am.
things. Because
Ma'am,
if we
that's
come to your home, you will be giving everything raw only.
Ma'am, that's why I'm this much.
So powerful. Okay. Okay. So unsaturated, just one minute. Unsaturated, saturated. A saturated solution is one in which no more of that substance can be dissolved, like the salt solution. If we keep on adding the salt, now further we cannot add it.
Ma'am, then unsaturated solution.
Unsaturated are the normal solution. When you add only 2 drops, 2 spoon of it, it gets mixed well. So that's about the chapter. Anything if you want to ask?
Nothing.
Nothing. So tomorrow at the same time we will be meeting and we will be doing now tomorrow level 1, level 2 questions. And or better, tomorrow we will be doing the subjective questions. Because on Sunday I have given you the subjective test, right? The Sunday we have subjective test.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow we will be doing the subjective questions and next week we will be doing the level 1 and level 2 question. Right?
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to ask? See, yeah,
Ma'am,
Blasya?
I want to say, ma'am.
Trushing,
Wait.
something you said, ma'am. Trushing, that concept I can't understand.
Threshing. Threshing?
I can't spell it, ma'am.
It is threshing. So basically, threshing is a process where the wheat stalk will be there. You might have seen when the wheat are harvested, so they will have a big crop-like thing, right? So we cannot segregate them with the help of the hand. So what they are doing, the people, what they are doing, they are taking all these stalk together. They're tying all these stalk together, they're holding it like this, and they're beating like this. So when they beat like this, all the particles of the seeds will get segregated. And the remaining part will be in their hand, right? Now, whatever the seed particles they have got after threshing, they can use it for the selling purpose. So that is what the threshing is.
Ma'am, I
Thank
want to
you,
say,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
for explaining.
welcome, Lasya. Yeah, Rishit.
Ma'am, your mobile wallpaper is nice.
My mobile wallpaper.
Yes, ma'am.
How come? Where it is?
And when you
Mine is
share the
telling
screen,
iPad.
Actually, this is iPad.
sorry.
So okay. That's about today's class. Tomorrow we'll be doing subjective test. As I think from yesterday, day before yesterday, I think from past 2 days, I was not well. Today I was also not well. But since I joined the class, I feel little energetic now. So my voice has come up. Otherwise, I was on the bed for 2 days. So it happens like when we, yeah. And I know because Rishit will be, cracking some jokes. So that is the reason like I had to come for the class.
Ma'am, now are you okay?
Kind of, not completely, kind of.
Ma'am, I'm a doctor. Ma'am.
You are a doctor. Yeah, I can say you're a doctor. So because you makes us smile, right? So everybody we are smiling because of you. So hats off to you, right? So we all can clap for Rishit. Thumbs up for Rishit. So because of him, we all are laughing. We are enjoying the class, right? So the day when Rishit is not joining, are we not laughing? We are laughing then also.
Yeah.
We are laughing then also, Rishit. Now Ashwath is clapping. Okay, so it's like a joke. Every time like we have fun in the class, that is the part actually we should actually have fun along with the studies, right? If we keep on study and we do not laugh, Adrit, you can laugh. Good. See how good smile you have, nice smile you have. You are not laughing.
Ma'am is looking like hero, ma'am. With class.
Seriously, he's looking like a hero. Yeah, Lasya.
Ma'am, so for this class, only 5 numbers only attending? Or,
Actually, the remaining children are absent today, I guess.
Ma'am,
Almost, I
Six,
think
eight.
some
Ma'am,
10.
actually, how many members, ma'am, will attend this class?
I think some 8 or 9 members are there.
Ma'am, 9, ma'am.
Maybe 10.
But every time
It's-
all are not attending the class. Some are
Yes,
like
sir.
some of the festivals, some they go out. So Adrit did not attend it from past 2 weeks. He was out. Today he has
Goa.
joined back. Yeah, he was in Goa. So that is why he's looking like a hero. Right, Adrit? Yes. So Ashwa did not join, I think, in the month of December last, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because
we
he
did not
was
join,
in he visited,
He-
I think, some place.
Cholera, ma'am.
Cholera. He got cholera.
That's true. Ma'am, your voice is.
Somewhere out also during that. It's like everybody will not join. Some or the other reason will be there.
Yes.
But generally, we have almost
Ma'am?
like 8 to 10 children. Yeah,
Ma'am,
Rishit?
Ridesh joins twice in a month, ma'am.
No, Ridesh join my classes. Usually he joins,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Because he knows like what
Yes,
I'll be doing.
Ma'am, shall I say one
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, say we all will be
Ma'am,
laughing for it.
sweater is also nice, ma'am.
What is nice?
Sweater.
Oh, my sweater. Okay. Thank you, Rishit. So if you are thinking that I'm going to give you more marks, no. No buttering. Okay. So that's all for today's class. If in case you have any doubt, just clarify your doubts through the message. Also, you can clarify and not through the phone calls because phones, I usually pick up phone calls. So I answer through the WhatsApp only. So just drop me a message if you have any doubt or any problem. And I think last time your mother was calling me, but since I was in the class, so I did not pick up the call during that time.
Okay, ma'am, sure, I'll tell to my mother.
Okay, so it's for everybody. Like whenever, like most of the time, I will not be attending the call. Only rarely I just attend the calls and all. So whenever if you want to talk with me, just drop a message. Like always, Anup do. He just drop me a message and just wait for my reply. Right, Anup?
Yes.
So that's the better way because if you call and I do not pick, then you might be like feeling like why ma'am did not pick. So that is my nature actually. My nature is like this. Yeah, Lasya?
Mama, we are new for this class. That's why we are calling. That's
No problem, no problem. Actually, I know, but I was feeling bad that I was not picking up the call since I was in the class. That is why I just want to say sorry to your mother. That since I was in the class, that's the reason I did not pick up.
no,
Okay.
okay, no.
So okay. So I'll be waiting for the videos today. So many chapatis I'll be getting. Rishit, Lasya, Adrit. Adrit, I know you don't know how to make chapati, but try making chapati.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, but I'm busy.
Where?
Ma'am, like tomorrow is my exam.
Okay. Then
All the
you
best, all
have
the
your
best.
exam and then we can have your chapati.
And me and Adrit, we don't know how to cook, but we know how to eat.
That everybody knows, including me and Lasya.
That's why we both are special, ma'am.
Very good. Fine, children. We'll meet you tomorrow then in that case. Okay, children. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Thank you.